Before you head off with the boat in tow, there are a few things you need to check before you start your journey.
One of the first things you should be thinking about is whether or not your tow vehicle is rated to carry the weight of the trailer you're putting behind it. Now, an easy way to check this is to just crack the driver's door and look on the sill behind it, and there should be a compliance plate there that tells you the weights. Now, today's tow vehicle, the Holden Trailblazer, is rated to 3 tonnes, so it's easily going to pull the weight of our Quintrex 490 Renegade.
If you're not sure, you can always check the trailer's compliance plate, which will have the trailer's maximum permissible weight stamped on it. If you still have doubts, run the boat and trailer over a weighbridge.
Another important safety consideration is tow ball downforce. Generally speaking, you want enough weight on the tow ball so that the trailer tows safely and comfortably.
If the boat you're putting on the back is a bit oversized and heavy, you will want to check the load on the tow ball is still within tolerances. Either weigh the front of the trailer with a special scale you can buy at any good car parts store, or once again, visit your nearest weighbridge.
Note too, with a belly full of fuel, ice boxes full of ice and all the stuff you're going to need for a good day out fishing, the boat's going to be significantly heavier.
It's a lot easier to hitch up your boat if the trailer is sitting on level ground. If it isn't, use wheel chocks to ensure that if you bump it, the boat won't roll away. Just remember to remove them before you take off. If your vehicle is fitted with a reversing camera, make sure you use it to guide yourself in.
Once you're hitched up, come back and check that the hitch is firmly on the tow ball. One thing you don't want is for the boat to come off over the first bump.
You also need to release the trailer's handbrake and attach the safety chains at the correct height so they don't drag along the ground.
Now, we've only got one chain here today, but why cross over 2 chains? Well, it's because if you cross them over and the trailer ever comes off the hitch, one chain will pull one way, the other chain will pull the other way, and the boat self-centers. One of the other things to be careful of is whether or not your light cable will actually drag on the ground. If it does, you're going to have to tie it up with a cable tie.
Get someone to help you to check and see if all the brake, indicator and running lights are working.
One of the other things you need to be conscious of, and it's primarily with boat trailers, is whether or not the wheel bearings are holding up. If you turn up to the boat ramp and you're super eager to put the boat in the water, the wheel hubs can still be hot, and once you put them in the water they cool rapidly and draw in moisture. That can be a problem.
Have a look at the back of the hubs for any telltale brown weeping, a sure sign that fresh or salt water has penetrated the wheel bearings and they've started to deteriorate.
One of the easiest ways to check is to just give the wheel a little shake. If there's any side to side movement, you know that your wheel bearings are in trouble, but we seem to be good here. Now, before you drive off, check to make sure that you can see both sides of the back of your boat in the mirrors. If you can't, you're going to have to fit mirror extensions, and make sure you adjust them before you take off.
If you have a brake trailer, it pays to stop after about 1 kilometre of driving to feel for any heat in the wheel hubs. If they're hot to the touch, you may have a brake locked on that will need freeing up before you go any further.
Now, our trailer is fitted with hydraulic brakes, which means it uses a piston that's in here to apply the brakes down the back. When you're reversing a trailer, this latch stops the brakes from coming on. So when you're towing out on the road, an important step is to make sure that you flip it open and then your brakes work.
If the trailer is fitted with electric brakes, test to see that they are adjusted correctly.
When you're hitching up a trailer, always use a checklist to make sure that you're not missing any of the vital steps. And if you're a beginner, we'd recommend you go out and do a professional course to help get you on the road safely. After all, you're much better having fun out there than you are stuck on the side of the road with a problem.